Keith, one of the staples of Keith's program has been bringing a psychologist in to talk to you guys. What do you get? I guess you do that like once a week, maybe. I don't know how often, but what do you get out of those meetings?
We gain a lot of clarity, just on what we need to base our program and our brotherhood around. Just how to continue to just connect with each other and just gel, continue to figure each other out, our backgrounds and our stories. Doing things like that just to help us figure each other out and just play for one another.
Now, the players do most of the talking, Keith said, right?
Yes.
What kind of things do you bring up?
Like I had just mentioned, background stories, things we went through, childhood traumas, things like that, just to get a more of a deeper understanding of each other and where we come from.
Thank you. Good answer.
When you drop to begin conference play, how much do you obviously don't finger point, but how much do you maybe focus on those controllables that you can control to make yourselves as a group a more cohesive unit?
Yeah, really just sticking together. That's the main thing that we continue to harp on and try to go by, knowing that certain people and outsiders, they counted us out and still count us out. So that's fine, and we just really just harp on sticking together and controlling what we can control and coming out here every day and practicing, giving it our all, competing at a high level.
Coach mentioned that connectivity and consistency have been a little bit of an issue in these past two games. How do you work on that, especially when you guys do have semi-quick turnarounds in a game? Like, how do you emphasize that?
Just continuing to conversate, not only off the court but on the court. And one of the steps we have taken was do something off the court as a team, which we just recently did, was like going each other's roles, watching a movie or a game, when we get food, pizza, stuff like that, just bonding. So that's just one way that we took another step to connect.
What do you feel about the consistency of this team? Do you feel like you guys are fairly consistent, or is that an area you think you need to grow?
I mean, what Coach sees, I truly 100% trust. So he sees that, and we all have a knack of at times feeling it as well, of where we are and as a connected, how connected we are at times. So we try to implement that off the court and on the court, to where we have to be talking and pointing at a constant high championship level while we're on the court, as well as we can do off the court.
What has Keith said to you guys to try to get you back on track after these last two games?
Really just continue to do what we do and be more consistent. I mean, we're gonna play our style of basketball. We're gonna play how we play, get up and down, and get under guys to where we are creating havoc. So that's the type of team that people know how Duquesne play, and we're just gonna get back to our natural culture.
What do you take away from two losses, like those losses? What do you take from that to move on?
It creates a very fueling fire individually, to be honest, for me. And I hate losing. My teammates and brothers hate losing. We're not losers, and we'll show that. But that's what I take from it. It's just a fire that just fuels me personally, and I believe the guys as well.
The inside game, there's been a lot of growth with the inside, but there also has been some consistency that's been sought. Just how do you feel the post has gone about that journey, and in what ways do you feel that journey can continue to grow?
Yeah, those guys, they get in, they do their work, and they work hard. So we just all got to continue to just keep trusting each other, because we know that we're going to hit shots as guards, and they're going to make plays as bigs, as long as we continue to trust each other and continue to work on our craft. So as long as we do that, we'll have unbelievable faith.
How do you balance, wanting to get on the court, scoring as many points as you can, but not getting overworked, especially in the role that you play as one of the leading scorers?
I try to be a mentally tough person and just try to be a rock mainly for our team. And then I just try to go out there and just give it my all. I don't try to focus on one thing other than just winning that game and helping win and contribute to that game for my teammates. So I don't try to get too high or too low. knowing that I'm human and adverse situations happen in games. But I just try to stick to what I know I can do and within my skill set.
What do you think this team has been doing well?
I think we do a lot of good things well, and we really can do everything well. It's just we play in spurts. So that's when certain things start to show. When we have either low or a low or a high spurt into a game. So I think we can shoot the ball, pass the ball whenever we really intend to, or just focus on all the little things, or I should say clear-minded situations. If we're just very clear-minded as a team in a whole, individually, but as a whole, that makes things more visual to see that like what we are really good at.
You guys came into league play as one of the top 4 or 5 favorites. After this week on the outside, there are some doubts starting to creep in. Is there a case where you guys can do better as now underdogs and not having sort of pressure of being the favorites to be league contenders?
Yeah, I mean, like I had mentioned earlier, it's a fuel to the fire, man. Preseason and rankings, like overall, don't mean anything. Anybody can be beat in college basketball, any level. Whoever comes and plays within those lines and those 40 minutes, that's just going to be the winner of that game if whoever shows that they're the better and tougher team. So really, we just try to continue to just focus on what we can control and not really worry or think about those rankings or how we were seen or viewed before the season or after.
Speaking of pressure, this is going to be a nationally televised game, first sellout game for Duquesne in years. How do you guys at home avoid being tight in a game where it feels like you're going to be pressure on you guys to succeed?
Really looking at the bright side of things. We lost 2 games. We're really more hungrier than defeated or down, I should say. So it's going to be more of a energetic type of like uplifting type vibe from us, I believe. I just feel like we're not looking at it as, oh, this is a big televised game, a whole bunch of fans. We're looking at it as a home game that we need to protect home court, get us a conference dub versus a really good team. That's really my intake on how me and the guys are looking at this next forward game tomorrow.
Are you excited for the sellout crowd?
I'm super excited. I love playing against great teams and super big crowds, a lot of fans, and we're very appreciative of our fans to just show up and show out and just sell our game out. So that's a biggie for me personally, I know, but I think my teammates are loving it as well, and we just look forward to that game.
Obviously, all the attention's going to be on Daron Holmes on the Dayton side, but they have some really good guards, even with the injuries of Kobe Brea, Kobe Elvis, and Pitt transfer Nate Santos. How do you guys as defenders deal with a team who is so good from the three-point line? Because you had success in the first 2 games in that.
Just playing our style, adjustments, things like that. We're going to play the way we play defensively and play our defenses and run our offense, but if the game gets within or a hold of anything chaotic, I'm sure the staff and ourselves will have our viewpoint of an adjustment to try and counter that and just make it the best W for us.